What's going on, everyone? Justin Riley here from the Bama Standard Network. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, get in the comment section below. I need to hear from you. We have been removed from the Alabama versus Eastern Illinois game for some time now, so emotions have been removed. Now we're able to think a little bit more clearly, but there is one thing that is definitely sticking out more than others, and that is the fact Ty Simpson continues to struggle. Now, we have to take some things with a grain of salt. We played Eastern Illinois. Not the best of teams, definitely not the best of teams from the FCS level. How much can you really read into games like this? When it comes to opponents like this, it's all about just getting the game done, working on a few wrinkles, getting the young guys some valuable playing time, and then move on to the next week. And of course, next week, it can't be any more bigger. The Iron Bowl. Of course, the rivalry game is always meaningful, but this one takes on new meaning because an appearance in the college football playoffs is on the line for Alabama. Ty Simpson today was without the services of Jeremy Bernard, Josh Cuevas, and center Parker Brailsford. Arguably very important players in terms of him being able to produce. Parker Brailsford is the best center in the SEC, if not one of the best in the country. So bringing continuity to an offensive line that has seen numerous games of musical chairs is very important, and it can throw the whole rhythm off. Of course, Ty was taking snaps from Gino Vandermark today, who has had his own struggles at his own position throughout the season. Things were a little bit off. What was very concerning, the wide receivers had very little explosive plays today. The offense as a whole did not have very many explosive plays. Shout out to the run game. We had 8 rushing touchdowns and over 200 yards on the ground, something that we have not seen the entire season, albeit against Eastern Illinois, but you take what you can get. Ty just has not been himself for quite some time. He's not been the quarterback that many had as the front runner for the Heisman Trophy the entire season. This marks his 7th straight game where he has turned the ball over. He has not been himself. And this, I think, is largely in part to the fact that we have a one-dimensional offense. You can only get away with that for so long until you run into defensive coordinators who are earning their paychecks, putting a stop to it. And that's what's been happening, folks. You saw it against South Carolina a little bit. They just didn't have the talent to finish the job. You definitely saw against LSU. They had the dudes, and they were able to make life very uncomfortable for Ty. Then you move to Oklahoma, who's got the nastiest defense that we have played the entire season. Definitely one of the nastiest in the country. They exploited the fact that we cannot run the ball, and everything is thrown completely on Ty. And I feel like Ty has been facing the pressure of having to carry the load of the offense his damn self. Let's call it what it is. He's putting way too much pressure on himself to make every play, every down, every day. And it has to be the big play in order to bail us out. He's forcing the issue. He's not able to be comfortable. He's starting to see ghosts, and he's starting to feel ghosts. If you look in his eyes, it tells the entire story. So until we can make this offense somewhat two-dimensional, I think the issues will continue. With every outing, you've got to at least be somewhat effective to where there is a threat of the run game and can take some of the pressure off of Ty. But hey, wait a minute. We saw a great performance from Keelan Russell and from Austin Mack. And no, I am not calling for Ty to be benched. So please do not misinterpret what I'm saying. I just felt like Keelan and Austin were able to play at a much higher level with a greater sense of confidence and a greater command of the offense. I mentioned that Ty was without some significant players who were part of his arsenal. Well, Austin and Keelan were both able to perform with the weapons they had and were very effective. Again, take it with a grain of salt. It's against Eastern Illinois. So in order to help Ty out, do we not only have a run game, but do we also figure out a way to possibly get Keelan Russell on the field and add a little spice to the offense and keep the defense honest against Auburn? Coordinators have also seemed to have figured out that Ty can't throw the deep ball. He can only throw within 40 yards. So if you're able to take that away, you try to force him to throw it deep, he tends to struggle. What is the answer? What do you think? I need to get that answer from you. Get in the comment section, jump down below. We need Ty at peak performance. We need him playing at that Heisman level yet again, in order for Alabama to close this thing out the right way. He's a hell of a leader. The guys want to play for him. There's no question that right now he is the best man for the job. So we definitely need Ryan Grubb, who's been labeled as one of the best offensive minds in the game, to get in his bag. Find some way to kind of correct things, right the ship, in order to get Alabama to the playoffs. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and roll Tide.